Hey everybody, I'm gonna be doing my presentation on why you shouldn't smoke. As you can see my title, the lung killer and life taker, because it legit kills millions of people. Um, so did you know cigarette smoking causes more than 480,000 deaths each year in the United States? That's just in the U.S., and that's almost half a million people a year gone just because they decide to smoke a cigarette. I plan to offer my audience information on why smoking is extremely bad. I will cover these three main topics: smoking and death, smoking and increased health risk, smoking and cardiovascular disease. So, as I mentioned, smoking cigarettes causes almost half a million deaths a year in just the United States alone. Some examples of what smoking does, um, which is smoking cigarettes causes more deaths each year than the following combined. Again, combined. So, HIV, alcohol use, motor vehicle injuries, and firearm related incidents. Again, smoking does more killing than all of those things combined. Um, More than 10 times as many U.S. citizens have died prematurely from cigarette smoking than have died in all the wars fought by the United States. Think about that. Think about how crazy that is. Every single war. Just think about how many deaths that is compared to what smoking does. Smoking causes about 90% of all lung cancer deaths, which would be kind of obvious, I feel like. Um, so that was only the deaths from smoking. There is also how smoking increases health risk, such as smokers are more likely than non-smokers to develop heart disease, stroke, and lung cancer. Estimates show smoking increases the risk for a stroke by 2 to 4 times, for coronary heart disease by 2 to 4 times, and for women developing lung cancer 25.7 more times, and for men 25 times. Smoking causes diminished overall health and increased health care costs and utilization. And if you were wondering, yes, there is more. There is also one of the top killers you can attract with smoking, which is cardiovascular disease. Some examples of that would be smokers are at greater risk for diseases that affect the heart and blood vessels. Smoking causes stroke and coronary heart disease. Even people who smoke fewer than 5 cigarettes a day can have early signs of cardiovascular disease. So it's obvious that smoking cigarettes causes a great amount of damage to you. And let's go over what we've talked about today. So today we've talked about smoking and death, smoking and increased heart risk, smoking and cardiovascular disease. Do not forget that smoking can lead to one of the top killers of the United States, which is cardiovascular disease. That alone would keep you from wanting to smoke. I feel like it should keep you from wanting to smoke. Because smoking is practically a death sentence. If you're going to smoke, you're basically calling it quits on your life. Yeah, you might want to seem cool and smoke, but that's the opposite. You're looking a lot dumber than you think because you're just basically killing yourself. Please don't smoke. Smoking is very bad for you and also bad for the people that you would smoke around. But just in general, don't smoke. It's just going to ruin your life. Please just don't do it. So, use sources. All of my information came from the CDC website. You can go on there and look out everything about smoking and anything else that you are interested in about it. Okay, well, thank you for watching, and I hope you learn that smoking is not what you need to do in life. Do not smoke.